something shifted. They were laughing. They were mocking you. They didn't realize they were mocking your God, but they were saying stuff after having attacked you and gotten things taken away from you with their mouth, with their deeds, with their magic, with whatever they were doing. They paid necromancers to look into you. They paid all kind of people to spiritually try to make you off with your head. And it had an effect in the natural realm. You lost a whole bunch of stuff and you almost were gone from this world. And they were cracking up laughing, and they were saying, where's your God? I thought you loved God. How come your God didn't save you? And they were mocking you, and they were mocking God too. And they missed a spot, and they forgot a law. There's a law that's universal that was sneaking up on their door. And that law is what you focus on expands. And what you don't focus on shrinks and comes to nothing. And that's the main reason why there's certain rules and certain laws in the earth realm that the Most High put there, not to hurt us or not to keep us from good things and not to keep us from having fun, but to keep us from self-destructing. Okay? He put certain things like do not off with people's head, do not lie, do not, bear false witness, do honor your father and your mother, that it may be well with you, that you may live long in this life. Okay? Do not commit adultery, because all of that brings problems, strife, rivals within the same household. Like a lot of times violent, things happen. And there's a lot that goes with why certain things the Most High said don't do. But you following those laws irritated, angered, and amused people who were lawless. Okay? And they set out to destroy your life to make sure that it didn't look like you were blessed, because they did not want to bow to the Most High God. They were bowing to lesser gods like mammon, money, success in the earth realm, okay? Social status in the earth realm. They wanted to take shortcuts for everything. They wanted to get things illegally. They wanted to cheat, steal, destroy other people to get what they wanted. They want to climb up the ladder off other people's neck and back. And because that's how they got theirs, because that's how they think, like the world, like the enemy, like the devil, because of that, your little God-fearing self irritated the crap out of them, and they decided they needed to make it look different than what it really was. So after you were laying on the floor like man down, they were cracking up laughing. They thought it was so funny. But while they were focusing on you and trying to make things expand on that end, everything in their life was crumbling, and they were missing it because they were so focused on you. So now they're sitting up there laughing. Their whole world is crumbling behind them. And when they finally turn around to look at their life, everything they had been building, excuse me, people out here wilding, but everything they had been building in their life was almost nothing, down to nothing, like dust. Okay? So now, all the stuff that they wanted to happen to you has happened, or is in the process of happening, because all the energy that they did not put into their own calling, career, spirituality, life, relationships, and health has taken a toll on them, and they are forced to pay attention to their own life lest they perish at this point, okay? And in some cases, their laughter definitely has turned to mourning. Their laughter has definitely turned to solemnness. But in some cases, they're looking at you. They're looking back at you like, it's all your fault. If it wasn't for you. No, it wasn't you. It was their obsession with you that messed them up. You didn't do anything to them except mind your business and eat your Wheaties. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were trying so hard to do you, and they were just grabbing onto your ankle as you tried to do you, and like trying so hard to yank you down by that ankle they were holding. And it really did have an effect on you, but it couldn't last forever because they were super wrong, ratchet and wrong, loud and wrong, ugly spirited and wrong. You know what I'm saying? They used everything they could to get at you. One of their main things that they liked to do was just try and project everything that they are or were onto you. And it was just stuff that just didn't make any sense. Like, you could be a vegan, okay, and they would just keep calling you, like, you know, a carnivore because they're a carnivore. You know, that's just an example. But saying you're the complete opposite of who you are, and then trying to manipulate things around you to make it look like that's true. And eventually something has to give, because the truth is the truth. The truth always comes out. And the truth, you can't be fake forever. You can't act forever. Eventually what is will come out. Eventually who you are is who you are. You know what I'm saying? And what was happening is you were who you are the whole time. But all that manipulation and doing circles around you and all this witchcraft magic and all this nonsense, which of course they cast onto you too, or they tried to. They did witchcraft on you and then tried to say you were the witch. Like, it's really, it just never ends. Because they're horrible, mean, and vindictive. They tried to say you were. And you were just like watching Tom and Jerry and eating Fruity Pebbles. Like, you didn't have nothing to do with whatever they were saying. But this is validation. That's what this is. That the people who were laughing and giggling when they were destroying stuff in your life, they are mourning now. M-O-U-R-N-I-N-G. Mourning. Stuff has happened that they don't want you to know. Stuff has happened that they're not trying to tell you or anyone else about, because it's the exact same things that they wanted for you. Okay? And because they're like that, they thought you were like that too, and that it would be able to stick on you. If you had been the same kind of person they were, their nonsense would have permanently worked on you. And it would have been a lot worse, but because you're not that person, God was like, nope, I'm going to reverse it. In your favor, it went in your favor. And if you haven't seen it yet, in the spirit, it already happened, so it will manifest that things have gone in your favor. Okay, let me bless you. May the blessing of the Lord, Yahweh, that makes rich and adds no sorrow, be added unto you. May God continue to give you a garment of praise for a spirit of heaviness. Amen.